Have you ever played a VR game and thought, this would make a great card game? You're in luck. Here we are. What's in the box? I'm Jesse. This is SUPERHOT, the card game from Gray Fox Games, designed by Manuel Correa. Let's call it that. Developed by the SUPERHOT team. I don't know anything about this game, but here it is. SUPERHOT, the card game. This is based on a VR game where every time you move, time speeds up. I wonder if it's going to make sense, but right now we're just looking in the box. We'll play it at a later time. Twitch.tv/heartboardgames. Come check us out. I'm sure this one will make it to table. So, part strategy, part shooter, and undeniably stylish, SUPERHOT is the best-selling independent FPS in which time moves only when you move. So apparently they've had VR and other releases. Okay, I didn't know they weren't VR. I only knew this as a VR game. So it comes with 82 cards, 3 bullet tokens, a paper game mat, and a rule book. Here we go. Let's jump right into SUPERHOT, the card game. So these are live unboxings. So this is the part where I explain that you can watch us live. Twitch.tv/heartboardgames on Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. and sometimes on the weekends as well. Just follow us when you get there. There's a little follow button. Subscribe if you really like what you see. And then you'll be notified every time we go online via email, or follow us into our Discord or Twitter, all that fun stuff, at HeartBoardGames. HeartBoardGames, no I. So here we go. SUPERHOT, the card game. Let's check it out. First off, 1 to 3 players, 20 to 40 minutes, ages 12 and up. The box is super thick for SUPERHOT. I can feel how thick the box is. So sometimes when you look at bigger games, your standard box size, the cardboard is thinner than with the smaller game. I guess they expect it to be handled roughly compared to a bigger game. So this is the book. It actually is a thick book. Why? It's one language. It's just a whole lot of book there. So we have a game overview. It says, read this first. It's a micro deck building card game based on the popular SUPERHOT video game where time only moves when you do. SUPERHOT is primarily a solitaire game, but it does support variants for multiplayer, competitive, or cooperative play. It is strongly recommended that you play it as a solitaire game to understand the complexities of SUPERHOT before you try the multiplayer variants. So this is a solo game for the most part with multiplayer variants. That might make it even easier to get onto the stream, because often I am alone. So let's take a peek at this. We got a line. Let me fix the focus a little bit. Not that way. There we go. So we have a line. We have a gold deck. It's funny. It's kind of like the question mark is like a 8-bit, which I know this game is not 8-bit. Got a shotgun, double trouble, player discards, new cards area, used cards area. Oh, and a bullet. So it looks like it's a game where you have to take care of things. If I'm guessing, the line, these are the problems that face you or the things available to you. And I'm guessing the line will continue to move as new cards are drawn. So it's like, I don't know. If I'm thinking about the game, the game moves when you do. So maybe depending on what you draw, moves the line along. I like to speculate. But this is the starting book. And then the rulebook is designed to help you learn how to play. We recommend you set up the game as described on page 5, grade 5 grade, I don't know. And then read through the rulebook with the game in front of you to make learning the rules as easy as possible. Cool. So this is the back of it. A maneuver, destroy, draw, play. Whole lot of stuff there. Read this first. I'll be sure to do that later. So this is the play mat. So keep an eye on that screen in the bottom right, because that'll be the wider shot of this before I jump into what's in there. Okay, so I'm gonna actually turn it sideways so you can see the whole thing. If I were guessing, well, here's an accurate thing. It's about 3 1/4 boxes long. If you ever see this box, just to let you know how big this playmat is. It's pretty big. I mean, you can tell the size of the card, so it's like what? That's 7 cards listed there, so maybe like 8.5 cards long. That's pretty cool how they would include that instead of just expecting you to know how to do everything. Of course, you know, actual play mats are a little better. The thickness of it, not super thin, not super thick, but I've definitely seen worse. I'd say it's above poster grade for sure. It's thicker than the rulebook. Yeah, okay. I would say, as far as paper goes, this is a thicker paper. I would hate to bend this up every time I played. So maybe I would flatten it and then just keep it around somewhere until I played it. There's some video game graphics here. I'm not a fan of how blurry that is. I don't know why they would provide graphics that are that blurry. I mean, you could actually jump in the game yourself and like take a screenshot of the game while you're playing it, copy that over into it, you know, since they have all the licensing. So it said it came with 3 tokens. These are the tokens, little bullets. I don't need to open that to see what these are. Yeah, but they're pre-punched. This is the inside of the box. It's a SUPERHOT inside. And this thing comes out. Okay, whole lot. Just pretty straightforward. Just meant to hold 2 decks. And let's take a peek at these cards. And it's one of these with a little band here. And as I've explained in other videos, this is the part that can get kind of loud because the plastic can be loud. It's just the way it is. Come on, let's go. So, twitch.tv/heartboardgames if you're not watching us live on Twitch. Here we go. Whole lot of cards. So, dodging a statue. Okay. Oh, we have stuck cards. Okay. I was going to say, these cards are super thick, but it's actually just 2 cards stuck to each other. There's no residue or anything. They just happen to be stuck. Thickness. Reminds me of like a CCG thickness, actually. Like a Marvel Overpower. Not as thick as Magic cards. I'd say overall good for what it is. Oh, they just feel different. They feel like CCG cards. Can't explain that. Beyond that. Unarmed dude. It's a dude. Here we go. Moving on. Dodge. So this says P2. The other one said P1. Got a dude with a gun. Wonder why they went with dude instead of assigning a name to this figure. You know, entity or something virtual speaking, you know? I mean, maybe that's what they call them, the SUPERHOT people. Maybe they just call them dudes. Maybe they have, and so they gotta carry that over, but... Okay. So this is pliers. But it's also safe space. So what's missing from this picture? Sure, it could be a safe space, but I also don't see pliers. Plan pillar. So I'm guessing the top is some sort of categorical thing and the bottom is actually what it is. Because this feels like a safe place. This is definitely a pillar. It doesn't tell me a plan, so I'm going to go ahead and say that. Flip the table. Katana, dude with a katana. How about a glass? An actual bottle. Yeah, so the top is the name. Bottom is what it really is. So this is kind of backwards. Play this. Briefcase. I don't see a briefcase. Baseball bat, dude with a baseball bat. You have like a fence overlay going on here. Bullet, bullet, bullet. Oh, by the way, back of these cards, let's take a peek at those. They're all SUPERHOT, the game. In fact, I'm willing to bet all of these that I've picked up so far are the same. Yeah. SUPERHOT, the game. All right. More SUPERHOT, the game. Oh, but all these other ones aren't. They are the question marks that we saw earlier in the book. So these all read this way. And this one is 2 cards here. System and phases in a turn. That's probably just for aid. So they kind of use like code ideas here, which is an interesting way to go. I mean, because it all kind of looks like Lawnmower Man, right? So maybe that's the idea. I don't know, not much to say about this without knowing what it is, but I mean, the art is straightforward. This could have been done in an afternoon. Yeah. I mean, once you make the template for this, it's about as simple as it gets as far as graphic design. Cool. That is SUPERHOT, the card game. Maybe there were plans to make a board game, maybe not, I don't know. But it is something they decided to put on there was the card game, just so you didn't, well, not to get it confused with the video game. So here's something, last thing to look at was the book, because I forgot, and we're live. So, solo setup there. I'm guessing at the end it's going to describe some things for multiplayer. So victory, your objective is to complete a sequence of 3 levels. To do so, you need to complete goals while managing your hand, player deck, and obstacles in the line. If you successfully beat 3 levels, you win. Okay, so there's some full art here that's taking up some real estate. Refill your hand, maneuvers, card flow, check the goals, end game. There's only one way to win, by winning the 3 levels. However, keep in mind that you can lose in more than one way. So beware of the following conditions. Have at least 4 bullet cards in your hand. Running out of bullet cards in the bullet deck. Remember that you can count the number of bullet cards left in the bullet deck at any time. If there are not enough obstacle cards to refill the line in phase 7, and if you can't refill your hand up to 4 cards total during phase 3. So multiplayer variants. You have co-op, you have versus. You have 2 versus 1. And then you have some challenges at the end here. So check out Gray Fox website. Let me put that up there so you can scan it with your phone. Where is it? Here we go. Go ahead, give that a good scan. Go to grayfox.com or scan the QR code below. Anyway, that's it for this What's in the Box for SUPERHOT, the card game. Hopefully you'll see it on stream soon. Twitch.tv/hardboardgames. Till then, I'll catch you next time.